And therefore, I've said already in the last days, yes, we have to do more to defend Ukraine. Yes, we have to do more also on tanks. But the most important and the crucial part is that we do it together and that we do not do the blame game in Europe, because we are fighting a war against Russia and not against each other. Thank you.
Thank you, Madam Minister.
Given the fact that we've been talking about tanks for the last couple of weeks, so let's do a video about tanks. So you saw my opening video segment of Annalena Baerbock, the German foreign minister, basically saying, and this is a quote, that we are fighting a war against Russia. We are fighting a war against Russia. Germany, the European Union. It's quite an admission coming from the German foreign minister. The German foreign minister, this is the top diplomat of Germany. You would think that the top diplomat of Germany would be more diplomatic instead of saying that Germany and the European Union or NATO is at war with Russia. You think she would choose her words more carefully, but nah, not Annalena. She's warmonger all the way. When did the Green Party in Germany become the warmonger party? When exactly did that happen? Or was it always like that? I don't know. But I used to think of the Green Party as being a peace party. I guess not. Or maybe this is just the Green Party in Germany. I don't know. But Annalena and Robert Habeck, man, they are serious warmongers, these two. But look, she's admitting it. She's saying it out loud. The European Union, NATO, Germany, they are at war with Russia. They are fighting a war with Russia. Quite an admission from Annalena. She does kind of have a big mouth, doesn't she? She was the one who about a month ago said that she doesn't care what the German citizens want with regards to Ukraine. They're going to support Ukraine no matter what German citizens care about. It's all about Ukraine with her. The top diplomat for Germany. So, yeah. Incredible stuff. Sticking with Germany, we have the German defense minister saying that Leopard 2 tanks will be delivered to Kiev no later than in 3-4 months. 14 Leopard 2 tanks are going to be delivered to Ukraine. That's the final number, and they will be delivered no later than in 3-4 months. We have the Luxembourg foreign minister, John Asselborn, saying that the alliance, the EU, NATO, I guess that's what he means when he's talking about alliance, they will provide a total of 300 Leopards of the second modification to Ukraine. In Europe, according to the foreign minister of Luxembourg, there are 2,000 of these Leopards. But according to the German media publication Welt, there are just over 2,200 modifications in total available to the EU countries. The foreign minister of Luxembourg said that the delivery of heavy equipment is not a quick thing. It includes logistics and mothballing and repair and all of these things. So that's the statement coming out of the Luxembourg foreign minister. Olaf Scholz, he also weighed in on the supply of tanks to Kiev. And he said that he's not sure about the exact cost of all of this, but no problem to the German taxpayer. Don't worry about a thing, because Berlin will bear all the costs of these Leopard 2s. His exact quote was, Germany would bear these costs itself. That's exactly what Olaf Scholz said. Scholz also said that Germany will not supply combat aircraft and send soldiers to Ukraine, neither now nor in the future. This is a direct quote from Olaf Scholz. Germany will not send aircraft and German soldiers to Ukraine, neither now nor in the future. Remember that quote from Olaf Scholz, everybody, because Germany started out this conflict, this special military operation in February, by pledging that it would only send helmets and non-lethal weapons and stuff like that, step by step. As this conflict has progressed, Germany started sending more and more money, more weapons, more lethal weapons, and now it is sending its first batch of Leopard 2s. So remember this quote from Olaf Scholz where he promises that Germany is not now nor ever going to send soldiers to Ukraine. Remember that if God help us, German soldiers do end up in Ukraine. Those are the statements from the German Chancellor Olaf Scholz. A statement from the Italian Foreign Minister Antonio Tajani in an interview with La Stampa. He said, and I quote, "Europe does not have an independent foreign and defense policy. It follows the United States in everything." Quite an interesting statement coming from the Italian Foreign Minister. I'm a little bit puzzled by this statement. I wonder if he was misquoted or if he just kind of blurted it out in a moment of truth telling. I don't know. Maybe he feels like he needs to purge his soul of all of the evil. I don't know why he would say that, but anyway, that's his statement, I guess. That's a direct quote from the Italian Foreign Minister. Europe is all the EU member states, they're all digging into their inventories and their stockpiles, and they're all trying to figure out how many Leopard 2s they can send to Ukraine. The Netherlands, from what I understand, they're leasing Leopard 2 tanks, but they're going to buy back the Leopard 2s. They're going to actually purchase the Leopard 2s and then send them to Ukraine. That's how ridiculous this situation is becoming. I mean, that's a clown world in and of itself, the fact that the Netherlands is going to buy tanks and then send them to the Zelensky regime. With, of course, taxpayer money, no doubt about that. But they're all trying to figure out how many tanks they can send to Ukraine, because no EU leader wants to be the guy that didn't send weapons to Ukraine while the Zelensky regime crumbles. No one wants to be that leader. Did you send the tanks to Ukraine? I sent tanks to Ukraine. Did you send tanks to Ukraine? I sent tanks to Ukraine. How about you? Mark Rutte over there? Did you send tanks to Ukraine? Yeah, I sent tanks. I bought back the tanks that I was leasing. I bought the leased tanks and then I sent them to Ukraine. Don't look at me as the Zelensky regime is crumbling. It's not my fault. No one wants to be that guy, No one. So they're all trying to figure out ways. How can I send them 1 leopard, 10 leopards, 20 leopards, whatever it is? Meanwhile, Poland is sitting there. Send us leopards, send us money, just send us everything you got. Bring it here to Poland. Bring it all here. All of it right here. That's the situation. The neocons, they're just sitting there saying, wow, this is, it can't get any better for us, can it? We've got these spineless, weak European leaders, and it's just playing right into our hands because, we can toy with them. We can escalate with them whenever we want. And that's exactly what's happening. You're not going to send your leopards? Well, you're weak. You're a Putin shill. You're pro-Kremlin. Okay, I'll send the leopards. You're not going to send the leopards? Well, the Zelensky regime's going to crumble. If you don't send the leopards, then Zelensky can't win. But if you send the leopards, Zelensky's going to march into Moscow. Are you going to send the leopards? Yeah, I'll send the leopards. Then when the leopards don't work, the neocons are going to say, F-16s, are you ready to send the F-16s? Better send the F-16s or else. They're going to say, okay, F-16s. And pretty soon, the neocons are going to take this to a point where it's going to be, Olaf, Are you going to send German troops into Ukraine? If you don't send German troops into Ukraine, you're going to be at fault for the military loss of the Zelensky regime. Do you want to be that guy? That's where they're taking this. That is exactly where they are taking this. And of course, they have Poland there waiting in the wings to perhaps take a chunk out of the west of Ukraine. Not a bad fallback option for the neocons. Create a frozen situation, a stalemate in Ukraine. Not a bad option for them. A good way for them to claim victory in this debacle. So the weakness of EU leaders plays right into the hands of the warmongers. One of them being Annalena Baerbock. Her statements play right into the hands of the warmongers. In the United States, according to Bloomberg, the Biden White House, the U.S. will send 31 Abrams tanks costing $400 million to Ukraine. And Biden's going to make this announcement on the 25th of January. I already talked about this. I think he just got off the phone with Macron and Schultz, and he's coordinating all of this stuff. But 31 Abrams tanks, but they're not going to be ready for about a year's time. So it's going to take a year to get those Abrams to Ukraine, if you believe the reports that are coming out. Specifically, CNN is reporting that it's going to take a year for the Abrams to get to Ukraine. Who's going to be paying for Ukraine for these Abrams? Where are these Abrams coming from? It's a good question. According to the Wall Street Journal, the Abrams will be bought with the money of the Security Assistance Committee of Ukraine and not withdrawn from the U.S. arsenal as part of other weapons sent to Kiev. Very interesting statement from a Wall Street Journal source. In other words, the U.S. taxpayer is going to pay for these Abrams, right? That's what they're saying, because that's what I imagine this Security Assistance Committee of Ukraine is. I imagine it's some committee in the Biden White House and the U.S. government that uses American taxpayer money to provide additional weapons and supplies to Ukraine outside of the other funds that are providing the tens of billions of dollars and weapons to Ukraine. So these Abrams, the $400 million for these Abrams are going to come out of this committee, which is going to be using American taxpayer money. But they're not going to be coming out of the U.S. arsenal, which begs the question, if the Abrams aren't coming out of the existing Abrams inventory that the U.S. has, well then, where are these Abrams coming from? Is the U.S. going to manufacture these Abrams? Are they coming from another country, or where exactly are these 31 Abrams coming from? It's a good question. I don't know. I'm sure we'll find out.